Hello creatives, you're welcome back to this channel. This is iBlessing. In today's video, I want to show you how I created this church flyer design using my smartphone. Alright, let's head straight to the video. So when I open my Pixellab, this is the first thing that I have. And take note, the version for Pixellab is Pixellab YT. In case you want to download it, you can get the link to download at the description of the video. Alright, I'll be changing the canvas size to the canvas size that was used. Alright, so we have the canvas size that was used is 960 to 1280. Perfect. Next thing is to do is to work on the background that was used. Now let me import the design we are modeling. So here is it, and I'll be creating exactly this. Alright, so the first thing you take note is that we're going to be creating the background. Okay, let me hide this. So I'll also bring in the color palette used from my gallery. So with this done, I'm also going to lock it. Alright, so I'm going to work on the background by going to this fourth option here at the down part. This one I'm clicking on that we have 1 2 3 4, this fourth one. Once you are here, you click on color. I already chose it here, so but I'm going to do it as if I never did the design before. So what I'm going to do is to click on the plus icon and then click on the color picker, and then you choose from this you have 1 2 3, you choose from this color palette that is here. Alright, so once you click on this second one, alright, we have 1 2 3 4, this second one, you click on it and click on the check mark and click on OK, click on check mark again. Now we are done with that. Once you have done that, you go to your saving aspect, then you save as what? Save as image. Alright, save as image. Alright, so with this done, we'll head straight to PSCC. This is the PSCC app. These are what I worked on this app. This is a new PSCC I just downloaded. So let's work on this. Alright, so click on this plus icon here. Alright, click on it. Then click on photo library. Alright, then choose from your folders. Let's choose from the Pixellab folder. So this is it. So I'm going to bring in the image that was used to get or to achieve that background. The first thing to do is I'll click on this plus icon here. This plus, this one here, I'm indicating here, this one. Click on it, then click on this plus here. Click on the plus here. Plus, then click on photo layer. Then click on photo library. Now let's bring in from another folder. The folder is so you click on WhatsApp documents and go down. Alright, so here's the image. Click on add also. So this is the image. I'm going to just use this part to work on the sizing. Alright, so but this is not how the image was positioned. I'm going to give it a flip. Alright, so the flip I'm going to use is the flip, this flip X. So I want to make it much bigger. Alright, so okay, we are there. So once this is done, you click on the check mark, this one here, this check mark here, click on it. So once that is done, I'm going to blend it to the background. So to blend it, I'm going to click on this plus icon again, this one down, this down one here. Then you click on this layer option. Click on the layer option and click on this blend mode, this arrow facing down, to bring out other blend mode. So you can try it out and see how it is. There's darken, multiply, lighting, there's screen, a linear dodge, there is overlay, and yes, I'm going to be using overlay for this effect. Alright, overlay. So once that done, just click on anywhere of the screen, maybe click on this part. You can see this is how it looks like. So but we are not done. There's other two things to add to this background, so let's bring it in. Just the same method. Click on the layer plus, the down part, layer plus. Alright, then you click on this plus and then click on photo layer, photo library, then bring in this other one, add. Click on add. So let's stretch it also, or let's work on the sizing. So once that's done, click on the check mark and then let's also blend it. Click on the layer plus, then click on layer, then click on this arrow facing down, and also give this an overlay. So you can try several way you want it to be, that maybe you want to, but for this effect that was achieved on the flyer, it was an overlay that was used. So once you are done, you can click on any part and click on this layer plus option again. So you can, so now I want to just do a little bit of adjustment to this effect I just brought in. So let me click on my layer plus option to see the layers. So make sure that the effect or the layer is selected. Make sure that the layer is selected. I've selected it. You can select anyone. So I've selected this. Once it's selected like this, you go ahead to click on this and this symbolic and option. Click on it and then click on transform. I want to just move it somewhere around like this, like this, and then I want to make it a little bit the opacity to be a little bit dim. Right, so click on the layer plus option again, click on layer and then reduce the opacity just like this. And then I want to also reduce the opacity for the crowd image. Okay, so I'll go to the click on the crowd image again. Now click on the layer and reduce the opacity as well. Reduce the opacity as well. So once that is achieved, there is one last thing I'm going to add up to this background. Let me bring it in. Layer plus, photo layer, photo library. Alright, the texture. Yeah, now so this texture that we have here, this texture is this texture background. If you check out the original design, you realize that this is part of what is there. It's making it, it's giving it this grainy feel. All right, giving this grainy feel. So let's perfect like this. So click on check mark down. Then once that's done, click on the layer plus, click on the want to blend it again. So you click on the layer, then you click on this arrow facing down, then give it an overlay. So that's that about that. So you can click anywhere and click on the layer plus. You are done with the effect that we wanted to achieve. You can see how perfect this is. I will need some parts of this down part, so let me make some of these things bigger. Okay, so go back to this, click on this layer, right? Click on the layer, click on this and option, click on transform, and then they make it much bigger. Good. So let me check this out as well, this texture here too. Click on this and click on transformed. It's perfect. Okay, it's perfect. Right, so once this is done, you're at least good to go. So but before I save, let me quickly reduce the opacity I give for this just a little bit. Let me make it, I want it to be a little bit dark because I don't want this image to be too obvious. So yeah, you can as well give it this blurry look. Go to FX and basic, under basic Gaussian, just a bit. All right, just a bit. Let's leave it like this. 12. Oh, 4.1. All right, 4.1. Let me give this effect as well. Go to FX and Gaussian blur. 4.1. So then click the check mark and then all right, then let's save to gallery. Go to done and click on save. Then you hold on for it to save. It's currently saving. Perfect. So once this is done, we are going to head over to save it to gallery. How do we save to gallery? Click on this share button here. Yeah, click on it. All right, click on it, then you click on save to gallery. So to save to gallery, you have to choose what you are saving. So let's choose in this untitled 2. Then you click on OK. Perfect, it's perfectly saved to our gallery. Now so let's head to Pixellab. This is Pixellab. You can go to these dots at the top right corner of the screen, click on use image from gallery, and then you pick that image you worked on PSCC. All right, perfect. Let's check out the image the design we are replicating. So the first thing I'm going to work on is the write-ups, the experience day. But before that, let me just bring in the logo. So let me just unlock the background. I'll lock the logo to the background. So now let's get started with writing. So the first thing I'm going to write here is the experience, the atmosphere. But before I even start writing, let me work on this shape, this zigzag shape at this white shape. All right, that's the first thing I want to work on. Click on this third option here at the bottom, then click on bezier. All right, click on bezier. So once you have clicked on bezier, let's go to this second bezier mode. So let's drag it also to around this place, then move this mouth part to this where we have node on the left part, move it down. Okay, let me give it a zoom so that we'll see what I'm doing better. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to drag this straight down to meet the previous point. All right, then click on the first point again and drag it to meet at the second point as well. So with that, we're going to have a straight line, but let me make sure that it is perfect. Okay, especially at this part, just make sure to be at the line. All right, okay, so let me zoom out, then and do that again. So let it touch the point. This one too also should touch the point. If this is done, you are good to go. So then the next thing we're going to do is to on this point, I'm going to click on this first bezier mode so that I can create a new point. So click on this part here and then click here and then click here, and then let's connect everything together with this second action here, all right, connect everything together. So once that's done, we're not going to come to this first bezier mode again because this is to create a new point. Now we don't want another point, we've created all the points. So you go to the second bezier mode, then you bring it up like this. Sorry, let it touch the point. All right, let it touch the third point. Now good. Now this one as well, let it touch the fourth. Okay, this one too should touch the second point. We are good to go with that. Now let this third point, sorry, make sure that you are choosing, or you are this is it, make sure you are choosing the right thing. Let this third point touch the fourth point. All right, now let me shift this fourth point to closer to the extreme end. Good, perfect. So this will touch the third point, while this one touch, although it is, oh sorry, we want to make sure that this is not affected. This is what we want to work on. It just is gone. All right, so once that's done, let me off my zoom, just bring this around here and bring this down as well. So let's go down to stroke. Where we have stroke, we don't want the stroke, so we're going to give it a 0 stroke. Go back up and give it opacity 100. That's white. Perfect. So once that's done, click on the check mark. Remember, we do not need stroke, just the opacity to be 100 and at the white color. So once that's done, we have this already. Okay, making progress. So the next thing we're going to do is to make write-ups. All right, experience D. So we're going to write, I have everything on my keypad, so experience D. So the font that was used is the Beber's font. Okay, Beber's font, Beber's new font. Go to my fonts, make sure you have it. If you don't have it, you can download from the description of this video. Beber's new regular. All right, this is it. So let me use this. Yes, Beber's new regular, and make sure the color is at black. All right, black. So let me work on this size. My size will be at 35. All right, so bring this at the center. So now I'm going to create you can see that it's the same, it's perfectly the same size with what we have. So I'm going to create a shape underneath the experience D. So the shape is going to be white as well. It's going to be white. I mean, experience D is not white, experience D is black. So click on the check mark. Let me just check out the sizing to be sure that's what. Okay, so let's bring it to the back of experience D. Turn off the former distance and see it very well. Perfect. So let me make this to be at the top and should go up a bit. All right, go up a bit. Perfect. So the next thing we are working with is, so let's work on the atmosphere. All right, atmosphere. So I'm going to go to experience D and copy, then write atmos. So I'm not going to write atmosphere, I'm just going to write atmos first and write fear later. Let me increase the size of this. This is the size I used. Alright, so and then the spacing. If you want to skew your text, make sure that it is let me make this bit by bit. Make sure that you work on the spacing between the text. Alright, so atmos perfectly, and then you just click on copy and write your fear, edit, and alright, so this is it. So let's go to relative position to put it at the center, and then position to make it closer to it. Alright, closer to it a bit. So now take note, the color for fear is a bright red color. So let's pick it up from the color palette, this bright red color. Okay, so once that, okay, check mark. Then also the atmos is a white color. Alright, atmos perfectly now, and we're almost done. Okay, so let me bring this atmosphere to the top, to a little bit at the top. Alright, close to the experience D. Alright, so and if you take note, you see that this A is a little bit cut out, so I'm going to work on the padding. Alright, that's the work of the padding. So atmos will have padding from the left, and you can see that it's now clear. Also, I'll give the same padding, amount of padding, that's 4 so that it can be at the center. Then also fear, let's just make it like that too. Okay, center, this also center. Now let's lock, one to lock. Let's also put this at the center, and also experience D at the center with relative positioning. Alright, so once this is done, the next thing we're going to do is to work on the next write-ups, which is this Sunday. So go to your text, click on text, and write this Sunday. Now for this Sunday, the font used is autograph. So the link to get this font will be at the description of this video, so do well to check it out. Alright, this Sunday, just increase it a bit. Just go to sizing, give it 56. So put it at the center and take it up a bit. Let's check it out. Let's take it up. Perfect. Alright, let's work on the date and time shape. Go to shapes and give it just go to edit and just come here and click on white. Alright, so with that being done, we're almost done. We're almost there. So let's take note of the write-ups that we're written on the shapes. So we have Sunday 26th October 2025. So let's write. So let me work on the date. I'm going to be getting the this is from the experience day. So go to experience day and copy it. Click on copy. Then you write in your Sunday 26th comes first. And it has the same weight. Sunday and 26th. Just drag it. So this should have middle or center alignment. Alright, and the line spacing should be at 13. Then increase the size. Let's check how it is on the original design. 26, Sunday 26. So let's give it a white color. Now if you take note, the Sunday is a little bit tinier than 26, but I don't have that particular font, so let's work with what is available. You can get it also. You can get it also online. Weber Slim Light. Alright. So the next thing is let's copy and write the next word, October. Reduce the size. Just make it a little bit upward. So once that's done, let's also copy the Sunday 26th. Copy it and write the next text. Increase the sizing to around 55. Alright, so the next thing I'll do is click on the 1 p.m. and click on copy and then write prompt. You write the GMT stuff. Alright, click on copy, lock this, then edit. Let's check out the original design and see how it is. Okay, so one thing to take note again is that this shape for Sunday 26 has this same texture, so we're going to give it that texture. Go to the red shape and go to texture. Alright, so let's bring both the two shapes and all the write-ups. Let's move it closer to the atmosphere. Alright, so I want also to take note is that there are shadows. There are shadows on this shape, so that it will be the texture, the shape, and the background will be well distinguished. So now let's copy and create that shadow. Let me off the texture. Delete the texture. So we're going to go to edit. Let's edit it and reduce the opacity, and go down to where we have the brush. Increase the brush, then go back to stroke width. Give it some stroke width like this. Then increase it much more and move it. And click on check mark. So once that's done, we're going to move it down to the back of the shape. Alright, just go down, back of the red shape, and lock it. Now let's do some movements and adjustment to it. Take the positioning a little bit so it can be well distinguished. So we're going to be bringing in the images, these 3 images, and the pastor's image. Alright, so I want to import. I'll click on it 4 times because I want to bring in 4 images. So 1 2 3 4. Check mark, check mark, check mark, and check mark. So I'm going to start with the images at the back. Let's start with this. Rotate. So take note, this particular editing on the face, it was done with Snapseed. Just do some Snapseed editing on it. And if you want me to have to make this tutorial on how to edit pictures like this on Snapseed, just let me know. If you want me to make videos on how to edit pictures like this with the Snapseed app. Alright, so with that being done, let's rotate much more. Okay, rotate much more. Consider we are almost done. So now let's also bring in the image. Alright, turn on this, and then I want to make it a little more realistic. I'm going to add a shadow. You can see the shadow on the feet. I want to work on it, this shadow here. So let's work on the, just get a shape, give a rectangle like this. Increase the opacity, reduce the opacity, give it stroke width, give it radius, give it check mark, and bring it down to around this part. Now let's work on the radius much more. So now from this part, we'll give it this perspective. Then enable it and click on check mark. Then take it down to the back of all these images, including with the pastor's image. Alright, so we can decide to leave it like this, but let's work with what we have. Alright, let's check out if there's any other thing to be done. Oh yes, the address, this part here. Import. So this is what was used. So let me just, I just tilted it on a linear motion, which is the second part here, and then check mark it. So once you are here, just go to where we have rotate. So just rotate 90 degree, then stretch it downward, stretch it like this, and then reduce. And put it at the center. Okay, so the next thing we're going to write is the address. Okay, this is Poppins. Alright, Poppins. Then the color is black. And put this at the center. Then work on the line spacing. Then copy and write the, just reduce it very well. It was really small in the design. So once that's done, let's go to fonts and give it social media font, the circle one with the circle shape. Let's manage this. Gloria Rice. So then the color was the deep red, the light red in the color palette. Good. Okay, and also this other part. Now, how do I know which one is Facebook and which is Instagram? So from dafont.com, when you want to download the font, you see how to use it. You see how to use it. It's there. You are downloading it. So from here you can know which is Facebook, which is a venue icon, which is a call icon, or which is a WhatsApp icon. And I can decide to just give it space so that it makes much sense. Let me go back to fonts. Then the next area, then if you take note on the original design, there is like this movement around this Atmos. Now this movement around this Atmos, let me just work on it. So I will bring in that same paper tone effect that I used for this 14 Felicia, this address. All right, import, check mark it. So once that's done, click on color, click on enable color. Then what we're going to use is gradients. After clicking on gradients, click on this plus icon and click on 1, 2, 3, 4, this fourth one here. Once that's done, click on this deep part of the gradients and click on color bucket, then color picker, then choose from the color palette, then click on check mark and click on OK. Now this part, this lighter part, click on the color bucket, click on color picker and click on this lighter part here and click on the check mark and click on OK, click on OK as well. Then once that's done, reduce opacity. Reduce the opacity. Now although there are other ways or the other means I can do it, the other means I can decide to give it a class morphism. Alright, a class morphism so it looks like it, but I won't do that because of time, but you can also work with this. Alright, so once that's done, we're going to now choose everything and skew them. Now let's know which is skewed. You can see that skewed, but it looks like this skewing is not much on this compared to this. So let's work on this skewing first. Alright, so we won't be choosing this one because of their different type of skewing was done to it. So choose this. Don't choose the images as well. Start from this, the shape, the two shapes, the shadow, the write-offs, and this. Once that's done, let's merge everything together and click on OK. So go to perspective 2 and increase this perspective a bit. Let's zoom in to see what we are doing better. So, then the zoom into the game. This as well. Once that's done, click on enable. Alright, so then let's also work on the skewing for this. Just merge the three together and merge. Select the three and merge. Alright, so once that's done, let's just skew a bit. Go to your perspective again. Let's zoom in. To move this, zoom in much more. then enable, then check mark it. With this done, I believe we've come to the end of this video tutorial. I know you have learned one or two from this. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Drop your thoughts. I want to hear from you. All right, goodbye for now. See you in the next video.